Kia ora team and welcome to episode 53 of Yarns with Beef and Matt, brought to you by LSKD and Frog Grips. I'm Beef.
I'm Matt.
And joining us today, he is the reigning, defending New Zealand CrossFit Champion, Mr. Ben Fowler. How are you, bro?
Good, thanks, guys.
Good to have you back on, mate.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Good to be back on.
How good. How's your morning been, bro? Where about you? Still down south?
Yeah, in Christchurch still.
Yeah.
Still at mum's place. So I actually had a rest morning. I was going to do my running stuff, but I woke up to pee in the middle of the night and I was like, oh, it was a painful walk. So I was like, nah, I better start deloading.
I thought you were going to say it was a painful pee.
That's what I was like.
Passing a kidney stone or something. Oh.
No, just the walk. The pee was fine.
What are your legs sore from?
Yeah.
You had a hard few days?
I honestly think it's from running on Saturday afternoon. I got a few mates from the gym and I was like, oh yeah, we'll go for a run. Had no plans on where to go. We ended up going to the quarry and running straight uphill for 7.5 Ks, and that pretty much ended me.
Fucking hell.
So I think I'm going to be reaping the pain from that for a couple of days still. So
Yeah. Are you doing individual champs this weekend or just teams?
both, yeah.
You're
So I
doing
do two. I think it's 2 days of indies and then 1 day of teams.
Nice,
Yeah, man. We're going to be up there. We're looking forward to it. How anyone you got your eye on in the leaderboard there that might give you a run for your money this year?
Maybe Luke.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't
Luke.
want to lose to Luke, so he's always the one.
Luke Fiso or Luke Fowler?
I don't think Fiso's doing it, but
I did want to
mean,
ask that question. Yeah, I didn't know if he was.
I don't think he's doing it. I feel like he's supposed to be running it, right?
Well, I have no idea who's doing anything this year. I see Luke commenting on all the posts about the workouts.
Yeah, he commented, who's going to get the sandbag one done in 2 sets. I'm hoping to get it done.
No one.
It's allocated. Yeah, I don't know. Unless I think if we had 100-pound bag, yes, but it's like I don't know. Even if you touch and go that first round, that second set's going to be pretty brutal. But
it is to shoulder, so you don't have to throw it over. So you could save a bit of time there.
Yes, you do have the option to touch and go. If you can. But I think paired with muscle ups and ski, the arms aren't going to last much more than 2 rounds of touch and go.
Is it 15 cows and 5 ring muscle ups, or 12 cows?
I don't know. I got to be honest. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it's muscle ups first.
Muscle ups, ski, cows.
Yeah, I think it's 5 muscle ups because I think the chicks are 3, and then I don't know what the cows are. But I remember thinking you could get it done in like 40 to 50 seconds, and then you've got a minute 10 worth of sandbag cleans.
Yeah, I think because it's 45, you need at least 13 or 12 or 13 a round, don't you?
Yeah, so you need 12 on the first, 12 on one of the rounds, and then 11 for the rest.
Just get.
But if you're
25.
gonna get it done in 2, you gotta get 25.
Just get 25 and 20.
I'd have to get 25 on that first round because there's no way I'd do more on the second set. So
yeah, and it depends how they get you to do it as well. Because if you've got to advance your bag forward, that's gonna take some time.
Luke tested it with obviously transition time, but he had all his gear right there. And yeah, he didn't get it done in 2 sets. So yeah, with those transitions, that's at least a rep.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, even 3 rounds is a nudge, but
3, yeah, you'd be going for it for 3 rounds. Who knows? If Luke Fiso thinks he can get it done in 2, I hope there's someone there that can. I think that would be. Yeah. I'd love to see the specimen that can do that.
Well, looking on the girls' side as well, like Em DeRoy could probably. She'd give it a nudge.
She would, yeah, and they've only got 3 muscle ups,
which is nothing for her.
Time. So, yeah, she's pretty tall though. It's a long way up for that sandbag to go. So.
Oh, you fucking tall athletes, though. Always whinging.
It's a real thing.
I know. I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But especially if you look at the top 5 at the games this year. I mean, granted, it was a bit skewed in terms of tests and stuff, but still. Yeah. Most of them over 6 foot. So.
One of them's retired too, Brent Fikowski.
Yeah.
Yeah, after it's this weekend, Rogers.
Yeah, after Rogue, yeah.
Yeah, he's retiring after that. So
Didn't
I think
see
he's
that
done
coming.
like 10 years of it, right?
Yeah, he's been going for ages. He did his first regional in Australia, pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Well, because he's married to an Australian. Fuck, someone's going to fact check me here, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, be careful.
He has some connection to Australia, and he did a regional there. Yeah, I want to say 2012. I don't know.
2012.
I want to say 2012. But anyway, there's someone out there who knows a lot more about CrossFit than me, and is going to call me a fucking idiot.
Yeah, call you out on it.
Yeah.
Oh no, man! You pull some of these facts just out of nowhere.
Start making stuff up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, hard out.
Well, yeah, it has been. We were talking about it before. It's been like over a year since we last caught up with you. I think last time we caught up with you, you just got back from Barcelona and Spain and whatnot.
Yeah.
And on your meniscus there, how was the leg? How has the leg held up this year?
Honestly, not as good as I would have hoped. I thought it would be completely fine now, but I mean, I get a lot of body work done from Johnny. He came to Down Under with us from Pure Activation, and he's basically like, I see him every single week for an hour to an hour and a half, and he just keeps on top of it. But it definitely plays up more than I would have thought it would have. Like I would have thought easily by now I wouldn't be feeling anything. Maybe I didn't let it recover enough after the initial surgery. I don't know, but yeah, it still randomly plays up. It doesn't stop me from doing anything, but definitely sometimes when I'm warming up, I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely, you notice the difference. But I'd say the main thing was trying to get strength back in my legs. Like I never really had strong legs anyway, so still trying to play catch up with that. And man, like for the longest time, my quads would just burn up on everything. Like I'd be doing like burpee to bar and I'd have to slow down because my quads are burning more than anything.
Oh,
yeah, like it took a while to try and get some strength back, but they're getting there. So
have you had like any other scans since the surgery?
No, but I was considering it, but I haven't. I think I'll just, I'm not prepared to take another, whatever it was, year off. I think I just ride it out. It's not bad enough where I feel like I want to stop. So yeah, just keep moving.
Plus, you can't really whinge about knee injuries at the moment. How's Timmy's bounce back from Torian?
He's fine. He's actually at an exam right now, so he has not been at the gym very much. But I think his was exactly the same as mine in the end. So yeah, but he was definitely smarter than me. Like he took more time to kind of recover and actually rehab it. So I think he's doing all right. What was it? I seen him snatching 100 the other day, like full squat as well. Nice. So he's pretty much back in terms of range of motion, pretty much back to normal.
That's pretty speedy. Well, he did it day one of Torian.
Yeah. So
second workout warm up.
Yeah, no, the warm up area is so brutal.
Especially after their first event, like they did really well.
Yeah, it's bizarre how it happened because it's like he did it in the warm up area. It wasn't like it was a crazy weight, at least for him. And it's like I don't know. I think if he was stupid and like how it gets in the warm up area where there's not enough bars, sometimes you have to take bigger jumps than you want. But he said nah. He said he just did his own thing and then just went.
Yeah. So, that's so brutal, man.
Yeah.
But that day claimed a few victims. I don't know if you know Aiden Poko. He tore his quad stuff on the same one. But
really?
He did manage to take the floor though. So.
Well, on the same event.
So he got he was at the bottom of the second squat, just popped, and I was just happened to be taking photos of him at the time. I got a photo of him just pain face, like
just in pain. Yeah,
threw the bar off him. Was like, nah. Yeah, it was.
That's horrible.
Torn.
Was it like on the floor during the event?
Yeah. So at least he took the floor, I suppose.
Yeah.
Did they pull out after that?
Nah, he carried on.
Man's put on some knee sleeves on his quad and kept going.
Yeah, just put the SVDs on, he'll get through it.
Yeah.
Animal. Shit, that's crazy. What other events did they have? Because I feel like it was legs all weekend for me. I don't know how I would have done with a torn quad, but I can't imagine it would have been good.
Worm thrusters to finish out the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the run.
Oh yes.
Worm. Yes. Yeah, he looked pretty fucking wrecked in that. He was gonna pull out. I remember talking to him, but like he was on.
But he had a full team telling him no.
I think,
nah, I'm in it.
Yeah, I think physio said, look, you've done the damage. You can carry on if you want. You probably won't make it much worse. It is what it is. So I think he just looked at the rest of the team and was like, oh, I'll just do it for them, because there's a lot of new people never been
hell yeah,
Torians.
why not? I mean, unless you couldn't actually do stuff like Timmy, then it's like you might as well.
Yeah, well, Timmy's different. He's on crutches and struggling to stand up.
And all the drugs that he was on after the hospital, he definitely wouldn't have been doing any workouts. So.
Fucking hell. So that was the physio you brought up before, that's the same guy that was at Torian as well?
Yep. Yeah, so he's come to Torian with us now and Down Under. So we've been working together a lot leading up to Down Under, because at Torian, my quads basically just stopped existing after the second event. I barely walk up and down the stairs without being in pain and stuff. And that's just all from, trying to rehab them, trying to get some sort of endurance in them. So we've just been working on, I guess, activating them, getting blood flow in them, trying to make them softer overall, so that they're not just tensed up the whole time, so they can actually recover from a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
So I had some brutal sessions with him, just getting them scraped out, cups, massage gun, basically the whole shebang.
I hate scraping.
I'm still doing it. I still get it done. So every second week I'll do basically 90 minutes with him on the quads. And then, the other days I'll just do other stuff, depending on what's going on. Sometimes, little niggles here and there just from training and stuff like that. So,
There's a style. I think Alex Smith put up a post in Dubai. I think Dubai. I don't know where he was. But they do this style of cupping where they take a little nick with a knife first.
Oh yes, blood. That looks horrific.
The amount of blood that comes out. It's not. Don't watch.
It looks like torture.
You're just like, that's not rehab, bro. That's a straight up form of torture, man.
Yeah. Johnny's like, there's no way he would ever do that. He's like, imagine posting that and expecting people to come in. How are you going to get clients if you're posting things like that? It's just
that sounds I don't know. Pretty medieval, like bloodletting back in the day.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Sort of thing the Leather King would be fucking being like, do that
all over it.
Yeah. Just anything that looks gory enough.
Good bit of upkeep on the old ankle dexterity. Fuck, did you ever see that photo I got of you during?
Yeah, I posted it.
You did post it.
Yes, because I posted the running one. Yeah, that's pretty good, eh?
What was the photo? No,
it's him coming back in off the run, first workout, coming back into the bar, and the mat was probably like a, I don't know.
Under the rig?
2-3 inch rise.
Yeah.
He's got half his foot on the mat and the other half.
Oh, true.
Man's like mid ankle roll.
It's good. I remember doing it as well, and I was like, oh, shit. I was like, I hope that's nothing, because in the moment, you're not going to notice it anyway. But it doesn't look good on the picture. But I had no quarrels with that afterwards, so it's all good.
Yeah, I ran into Linda, and it must have been your physio, outside, and showed them. And she's like, fucking hell, don't show him that. I was like, okay, I won't.
Oh, fuck, that's funny. Just speaking on Torian, because after we caught up with you last time, obviously there was a bit of a break in between, but was NZ Champs, you won that, and then you went to Torian. So how those are two biggest, other than Down Under just been, but were they the two sort of biggest comps you'd done since the last time we caught up?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to think what I even done. Yeah, they definitely would have been. Yeah, because I didn't do much over Christmas or anything like that. So, Yep. Yeah, they're definitely the two biggest.
How good. And how was, obviously you won NZ Champs, first ever New Zealand CrossFit Champs. How did that stack up for you first time round?
Good. I was, again, worried about the quads as kind of the last year's trend has been. But, they held up good. I felt comfortable on basically all of the events except for the front squat one. It was cool to have kind of a starting place. I feel like that was my first comp. Oh no, it wasn't, because I did Madrid after knee surgery, but after a decent amount of training and whatever. I guess first comp back with the Oceania guys. So It was good. It was a good starting place. I've kind of just worked on the squatting from now, and I'm glad we did that 3RM because I've retested since then, and I'm over 20 kilos more on my 3RM than what I was then. So it was good. It was cool to test the squat in like a competitive setting and be able to work from it. Other than that, I feel like all the other events went pretty good. We had because we couldn't drop barbells or anything.
That's right.
Because they had the wooden floors or something. So it was a little bit, I guess the programming would have been more catered obviously towards that. Fast forward to this year, it feels like we've got barbell for every single event.
Well, there's a 1RM snatch, there's a heavy clean workout, and then there's a snatch clean workout. So there's 3 workouts with the barbell in it. Yeah,
and then we've got no, because there's the running the toe to bar, there's the that's right, because then we have we've got the sandbag cleans as well.
No worm for teams.
Dumbbell snatches.
Yeah.
Yes, clean and jerk or snatch in every workout except for the toe to bar run.
Yeah, that's crazy. And on teams, there's no worm this year, so that's crazy.
Yeah, what the? I haven't even looked at. Have they released the teams ones?
Yeah.
It's like at the end of
the individual one. If you scroll to the end, all the teams are there.
True, man.
He's at the first slide, bro. He's
like,
elite.
Someone reads it out to him. He's laying there eating his grapes.
Nah. Anastasia normally sorts me out with all that sort of stuff, so she'll let me know.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Before we move on from NZ Champs from last year, the bike thruster workout, did you sandbag that? Because we all reckon you could have finished it. I know that's going back a bit now.
The shoulder overhead one.
That's the one, overhead. Not
I stopped on the last round. I just sat on the bike. Well, because I don't know. I knew my legs were just going to blow up anyway, so I got on the bike and I was like, I'll cruise. And I didn't realize that the commentator said whoever wins out of the boys and girls gets, it was like $100 or something.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't realize, so all the guys from our gym were yelling at me to carry on because I think Laura Clifton on the other side of the field was the closest to me. And I didn't realize, so I just got on the bike and just pedaled, just ticked it over. But yeah, I forget what, it was 4 or 5 rounds?
It was 5, I think.
5 rounds.
Yeah, so I definitely slowed up on that 5th round.
Yeah.
I still don't think, in all honesty, I would have got it done. There just wasn't enough time. Because those cluster bikes, they're noticeably slower than...
They don't move.
Yeah, they're good. They feel exactly the same, but no, they definitely take longer to tick over the calories. I think if they were like the original assault bikes, the real loud ones that you can ramp up.
Yeah, get the carryover.
And all that carryover. Yeah, I probably could have got it done with one of them, but nah, it was not going to get done.
I remember a video back in the day. It was, I think, Jason Kalipa training with Rich Froning, and so Jason would say it was like a 15 calorie. He'd get to 13 and get off, and it would carry him 15. And Rich was calling him out for it, but what's your? Because I'll get off at 14 if it's 15 because I know it's gonna get to 15. What's your thoughts on that? Are you seeing the number or you?
You can't get off early. Some of the people from our gym, I know. So let's say it's 15 calories around.
Yeah.
You can't get off at 14 because you haven't completed the calories. It's like doing. I mean, I guess it's not because it's going to tick over. I mean, you can stop, but you're not allowed to get off the seat.
Okay, right.
In a competition standard, right? But then let's say it ticks over to 16. You can't have that extra cal on the next round. You can't go to 30. Normally I reset the monitors because that's what they do in competition. However, if I have a workout that's like loads of rounds for time and it's got 15, let's say it's 10 rounds for time and there's 15 cals, I don't want to have to count 10 rounds because it's,
so you're doing the math each time. Yeah.
So I just leave 15 on the bike and then it goes to 30, and I know once it gets to 150. Whereas if I wasn't counting the carryover or if I was resetting the bike every round, then I'd have to do maths and count the rounds. And I'm like, so I think scenario-wise, it depends what you're doing.
Yeah,
but
fair
although
enough.
If you are in a pair, if you're doing pairs workouts, you can definitely kick the bike and let it tick over.
Oh, yeah, and get on and get that free calorie.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
You give your partner an extra few calories before they get on.
For sure. So you always go second.
Always go second.
Yeah. We do that in our gym a lot. We always jump in on the, like me, Luke, when Bailey and Marnie were there, we'd all jump in on the Saturday classes, and they're always pairs ones. And quite often we do like running or machines, and yeah, they're probably the most fun training sessions, is just getting after it.
Yeah.
Trying to beat everyone on the Saturday stuff with a pair. So
I'm chronic with like a newbie. So it says at the end of a workout we'll do like a buyout, a calorie buyout. So it's 100 calories. And I'm like, you jump on first and we'll do 20s. And they're like, yes, sweet as. So like they'll do 3 sets and I've only got 2 sets. But because they're so new to the gym, they don't.
Oh, true. They
haven't
blindly,
got that kind of forward thinking yet.
Yeah, they're just like, oh yeah, that works.
This guy knows what he's talking about. I'm like, yeah, I do.
I sure do, mate.
Yeah, so, hell of a gym owner.
We did that the other day. We had a pairs workout, and on the buy-in was 135 calories on the rower. But while one's rowing, the other one has to go do a 400.
So 400 walk.
so I did
cruise,
yeah, I went for the run first, and the bro, he pulled like maybe 48 cows while doing 400 meters.
Yeah.
I come back, got us up to just shy of 100, and then I knew, I was like, I'm not getting back in.
Yeah, if I take my time, he'll do 50 calories. That's good.
It was like that cluster threes workout with the row, when you get off the row and you had to run, but we all just walked because we were doing big enough sets anyway. It didn't like, you didn't have to run fast for the transition. So you just get a whole bunch of athletes just literally walking around the field while everyone else is like rowing real hard.
Yeah, I remember that one.
To get the cows done.
Fuck, that was a good time, man. Are they going to bring back that comp? Cluster trios, you know?
I don't know.
You know?
I got no clue. I think, I don't know. They didn't get many people that first time. Wellington's, I don't know. I feel like there's just not that many people in Wellington. Like, I mean, as compared to Christchurch and Auckland, like there's so many big gyms in both Auckland and Christchurch. You'll get those athletes, you know, if the comp's good enough. Whereas Wellington, I feel like they don't have the same level or capacity of athletes that we have in Christchurch and Auckland.
Even like the surrounding cities, like people from Hamilton and people who are willing to travel to Auckland or to Christchurch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Wellington. Who was that photographer? Jansen. He was down there. He said that most sport in Wellington is the same. Like, there's no real buy-in to just, I don't know, the sporting world down there, I guess. Like, you look at the Cake Tin, most of the time it's not very busy for the rugby and stuff like that. So
yeah, I wonder why that is. I haven't spent much time in Wellington, so I'm not too sure.
Sort it out, Wellington.
Get behind their sports, or else no one's going to do anything there.
Yeah. So I guess for you, like we all know, getting to the games is in game for you. Are you still doing the programming stuff for Selwyn, or have you sort of?
Yep. Me and Luke still do. We both program the class stuff together. He does the compete stuff, so we have kind of like extras, which will include the class and the weightlifting stuff. And he just kind of turns it into 2 sessions, adds in extra stuff so that I guess athletes who want to be competitive can do that sort of programming. And then I program the weightlifting stuff, coach a bunch of the weightlifting, which Brad actually put up a cool video today of the snatches and stuff we were doing. So still heavily involved doing that stuff.
Good. Still, are you still working alongside Facundo?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm bad with
names. Facundo's still my coach, so he does all my programming for me. So that's through Mayhem. So he does most of the international athlete stuff, because obviously they're based in America and Cookville. And so he just does online programming. Talk to him quite often. I'll see him in Dubai actually. So he does all my programming and CrossFit coaching, and then I've got a weightlifting coach who's in Christchurch. He was actually my first coach before I had Facundo. Doug at CCW, so he's been weightlifting for years, and he just I'll just go in and lift with him on Monday and Wednesday nights, and he'll basically just rip me to shreds, and no compliments, whatever. But it's so much fun in there lifting, And it was more just because I sucked real bad at weightlifting. Like, that was easily my biggest hole. Like, I still remember quarterfinals, whatever year it was. I had like 70 something points total, and 50 of those points were from the lifting event.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, I kind of got to work on this. So yeah, so I got in touch with him, and he's been coaching me for over 2 years now. Actually, it's probably coming up to 3 years that he's been working with me. So yeah, I got a pretty good team now. I got loads of people supporting me and helping me out.
Yeah, it's funny you say he's ripping you to shreds. I got a taste for that actually. I was at the New Zealand weightlifting nationals, and just it come up that I do CrossFit, and just the banter was like, oh, here we go, counts in CrossFit.
It's good because everyone in there has like their lifting shoes on. You know how loud they are on the platform, and then I'm in there with my CrossFit shoes, just
Metcons.
Literally have my Metcons on, just doing my own thing. It's cool though. They're all cool people in there. I definitely enjoy lifting in there.
Yeah, it's all love at the end of the day, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I guess where I was headed, Torian this year, obviously the goal was to qualify for the games. We didn't quite get there this year. Sort of what have you switched up leading into the 2025 season?
Most of it's been outside of the gym. I've started trying to be an actual athlete, not just, like I'd always go into the gym, do my stuff, work hard while I'm in there. But since Torian, I still had the sports dietitian then, but we've kind of dialed in a little bit more. I'm actually seeing her after this. That's the meeting I had I think it's at 1:30.
Yeah.
So yeah, dialing that in, making sure that I guess we felt like I was a little bit heavy going into Torian, probably just because I had come off knee surgery, went through a strength block, didn't really cut the weight off. So talked with her, sorted out my weight a bit. Have obviously been doing regular sessions with Johnny now. Like, I used to go basically once a month, but now I've been consistently every single week seeing Johnny, sorting that out, just being more on top of my recovery and stuff. Like I'll, stretching a lot more, massage gun, just everything outside of the gym. I feel like I was always good in the gym. I'd always put in the work in the gym, and then I'd come home and just kind of disassociate from CrossFit, if that makes sense. Like I'd, do anything else. Like I wouldn't think about CrossFit. I'd still eat all right, but now everything's dialed in. I'm kind of spending every minute of the day trying to be better at CrossFit. It's not just the hours that I'm in the gym.
Yeah. I think that's perfect, man, because I'm really bad at naming specifics, but I know there was that cycling team, and that was the whole thing of the new coaching staff. They came in and they started looking for every single marginal incremental game you could get off of the bloke.
Just the 1%ers, right?
Yeah, and that all added up, and then they became some of the the best cycling team in the world at the time.
Yeah.
Matt probably knows the exact team I'm talking about.
I want to say you're thinking of the Ineos Great Britain team, but
yeah,
there you go.
That's Great Britain team.
You're a big cyclist, Matt.
No, I just love sport.
He's a history buff,
and I
he just loves everything sport.
Plus, Ineos just bought Man United, so that 25% shareholders, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and when they did that, I sort of was like, well, I've got to learn everything there is about Ineos now.
Yeah, so. Surely not a Man United fan.
Since 1991, brother.
Oh, that's so upsetting for you. I don't even watch football, but
I know your brother's quite into United.
Yes,
Timmy,
mad into Man United, and
he feels my
honestly, it's probably made him an all-round sadder person just trying to support that team. Maybe I don't hear the positives, but I just
there isn't.
I can't imagine there's many.
Oh, look, we're still playing football. That's pretty cool.
It's still a club, right?
Yeah, man. I got it sucks. Like, I had a big chat with Timmy actually at Torian, because United had played that morning actually when we were catching up. So yeah, it's good.
That's good. Oh, that's funny. They're crazy in England though. Like Timmy was telling me, like, it's just not a great stat, but apparently the like domestic abuse goes up when the teams lose. Like it's noticeable.
It's not funny. Sorry.
It's
not
not
funny.
laugh.
No, it's
Yeah, what the hell?
it is
But it's
crazy,
like
man.
it's crazy how much the things like that are like related to football teams not doing well. Like, yeah, I can't imagine just my week being depressed that week because my team lost. Like, it seems crazy to me.
Oh,
But
it's it's fucking different, man. Like unless you're there experiencing it, like man, the football culture over there is like it's cool, but then there's aspects of it where you're like, that's less cool, you know?
yeah,
Like, yeah,
I got a friend over there at the moment in England, and man, I don't actually know what he's doing there. I don't know if he's a job, but man, everything he sends me is just either him at a football game or at a pub drinking beer watching football. Like the culture there is just
Yeah.
surrounded in football. But
yeah,
Not
I mean, it's cool. It's cool to see people get behind their sports that much, but
yeah. Well, you make a
so
day
cool
of it.
when it
You-
results in domestic violence.
Yeah, you genuinely make a day of it, and like people
Yeah,
like away days. Say you've got to get like a 4-hour train or something like that. People are on the piss from like 6 a.m,
yeah,
you know, and then they'll
Yeah, it's
get
crazy.
home, you know, 9, 10, 11 p.m. And yeah, if you're an abusive person, I guess, you know,
Yeah,
your team
it's
just lost. The mix is not
hard
good.
to be who. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's not even just football though. Like just sports in general. I remember when we were in London. I was in London with a mate of mine, and we pulled up. There was an All Blacks game on. They were playing at Wembley,
Twickenham.
Wembley. Anyway, but yeah, we just pulled up to a sports bar, and the energy in that room, especially when the All Blacks scored the last try and won the game, I was like, "Ooh, I need to leave."
Yeah. Did you have like an All Black shirt on and everything?
Yeah, had to.
Oh yeah, no,
But-
I'd be covering up.
It was crazy though. You think you're in Auckland walking around like the London Eye and stuff. The amount of black jerseys wandering around
Oh,
England.
really?
It was cool. Yeah, it was really cool. But a slice of home.
England's cool with that though.
Mm.
Like, man, I wanted to go to when we were in Barcelona, I wanted to go to just see the stadiums, like either Barcelona or the Madrid stadium. I just wanted to go in and look at them, but they were both under construction, so we were like, rather not. But you know, I'm not even into football, and I'd love to go to a football game just for the atmosphere more than anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
it seemed nuts in there.
yeah. Spain's pretty crazy, man. The Bernabeu, and it's a shame that it was under construction because they're like arenas, man. They're proper. You could almost like call them coliseums. Like they're so.
Yeah,
Like the way they look down on the field is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, that
built
was- yeah. We drove around the outside, and yeah, it's just massive. The amount of you see the amount of space it takes up and how big they are. Like, man, we're getting one built just here in Christchurch at the moment, and it just looks tiny in comparison. Like, it's ridiculous how small the one here is.
Nice
Yeah.
grandstand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, let's bring the conversation back to you. Before we move on from Torian, just how was your experience at Torian as a whole?
Yeah, I was happy. I mean, it was obviously my comeback season. The goal
Yeah.
was to make the games, and it didn't happen. But I think it was just the leg fatigue. Like the quads, the run was great. I was expecting that to be my worst event. Then I did the squats were fine, and then from there it was just quad pain, and I feel like that was kind of my weekend over from there. Every event I showed up, I was just trying to warm up the quads, trying to, you know, flush them out so they didn't hurt so much, and that was kind of the whole weekend. Like, obviously there was still highs within that, but yeah, I'd say the quad fatigue definitely made the weekend what it was for me. So a little bit of a shame, but kind of expected it almost going in, just based on how training was going, how you know, how the other comps had gone that year already. Like, I knew if it was a league heavy weekend, that was I was going to be let down a lot. So yeah, all in all, it's good. Like, good to be back, but you know, still got to work on the stuff that is pretty obvious holes in my game.
Yeah, like you said, it was a comeback season, and if you've got some takeaways, that's a good thing, I suppose. So you've obviously implemented all of that into your training plus the stuff outside of it. What are you doing? Like, I mean, you've already sort of covered it, but do you find that that's going to affect your mindset going into a comp now? Like, fuck, what if my quads blow up again? Like, what are you doing to prevent that?
Well, that's exactly what happened with Down Under. I think I was super reserved on a lot of the events, and I was talking to Johnny about it a lot. I was like, yeah, look, most of those events, I would get to a point and I would just let someone pass me because I'm like, oh, I don't want to be sore for the next event, so I'll just hold my place. You know, who cares if this guy beats me? And it was just kind of the trend of the whole weekend, I felt, where I was almost too reserved. You know, as soon as I start to feel my legs blow up or whatever it was, I was like, oh man, I'm going to have to start breaking this up, start slowing down. And I never really reached a crazy level of fatigue in any of the events. So hopefully in the next few comps, I can kind of find that middle ground where I'm not stuffed for the whole weekend, but I'm also not losing points just based on not wanting to be sore the next day.
I think Down Under would be a good one to fall back on because you came second having those reserved thoughts. Yeah. If you hadn't, you know, if you had to push harder in those moments, that top spot was probably, you know, much more attainable. So.
Yeah, I would have definitely felt like I could have put the pressure on a bit more. Yeah, like I did just like specific moments in my head where, like the running one comes to mind, where I was sitting behind Peter on the run. I could tell he was struggling. I felt great, but in my head I was like, oh, if I push it too much, then maybe I won't snatch very much. So I'll just sit on Peter. He's going to win anyway, which again, terrible thoughts, but it was like, he's too far ahead. You know, I knew who I had to beat and I was beating them already. So I was more than happy to just sit there behind Peter and just take out, you know, second, third, whatever it was.
Yeah, I think
during the weekend. So
yeah, like clearly you turned it around since Tori, and like your performance proves that, and like you're always going to be a high performing elite level athlete. But yeah, like you just said there, the mindset shift of like how do you look to go about that mindset shift of where you're removing these doubts and the, you know, those silly thoughts where you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't push, when you know that you can. You know, how are you going to work on that?
I think it's just in training, like, and Facundo will program for me, like, so example was yesterday, I did a workout that was 3 sets. The first set was 8 RPE, second set 9, third set back to 8. So I can kind of, I guess, almost game them like rounds in a workout. So I'm reserved or more reserved on that first set, push the pace a lot more on the second one, then more reserved on the third, and just trying to find where my limit is. So, you know, before I break, sort of thing. And a lot of that comes with experience as well. Like, you know, I had a full season off with the knee, so missed a lot of comps there. But, you know, I'm starting to rack them up now and starting to learn where my limit is and just trying to, I guess, work around that so that I can, I guess, maximize points, but not have it affect the following event. If that makes sense?
Yeah, 100%. Oh, well, you still podium there. Was that a surprise, or was it,
Nah, I mean, I feel like when I sign up, like, I want to come first, obviously. Was it a surprise? Maybe not really. I don't know. I feel, I don't know. I won the qualifier. I was kind of like, you know, they invited Royce and Peter, so I was like, sweet, let's just, you know, let's imagine that puts me third in the qualifier, just assume both of them first and second. So, you know, I was still in a podium position after the qualifier, and then it's just trying to execute and hopefully place better in the actual comp.
Yeah, a hell of a battle between you and third place. They end up being quite a close finish in the end. I think under 10 points, was it?
It was like, yeah, I think it was 9 points.
Yeah.
And I knew he was a big snatcher, so I was like,
yeah.
And yeah, that's again where I should have not been an idiot on the run and actually tried to push it a lot more, so that I wasn't so worried going into the snatches, and then I could have relaxed a little bit and just, you know, had fun with the snatches rather than kind of thinking, shit, I've got to make sure I'm close enough to Isaac so that he doesn't leapfrog me.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I'll be honest, I'm listening, and I sort of know what happened over the weekend, but I just got to say the down under live stream was fucking horrible.
It's pretty difficult, man.
I got fed up and just stopped watching.
Yeah, we tried to watch it as well. We were trying to be good athletes. Like, again, there was another thing at Torium was that I would go up after the events and sit in the stands with everyone and watch all the other competitors. Tried not to do that at Down Under. I tried to go back, straight to the accommodation, focus on recovery and stuff. But anyway, so we would try and watch the live stream back at the thing, and yeah, it was a nightmare. It was like watching a slideshow.
Yeah, I think Timmy put up a story, and I replied to his story, and we were both having a whinge about it because it was just. It's like what's changed from last year? Why is it so bad?
I mean, is that last year was so good, and I know the event's still good. Like, if you're there, the event's great.
Yes, yeah, I loved Down Under. I think just the location of the stadium made it for me better than Torium because there was accommodation nearby. There was shops, there was cafes, it was right on the beach. Like, you didn't have to stay in the venue. Whereas I felt like with Torium, it was very hard to leave and go somewhere else and come back. Like, you kind of felt like you had to stay in the venue the whole time, which for a lot of athletes is fine. But I felt like for me, it was good to kind of leave and then come back and have it. So I kind of unwind a little bit rather than being with it all the whole time. But yeah, so apparently, I don't know this for a fact. I heard it somewhere they decided they weren't going to live stream it like 10 days out. And then 5 days out, they decided they were going to live stream it. They decided they were going to do a live stream. So I assume they just didn't have the proper setup and stuff like that. It was just some person standing there with an iPhone.
Yeah.
It's a live stream, and I mean, you could tell watching it. It was definitely not a proper setup, but
because at one point, it showed the floor, and I saw some chick walking around with a phone on a gimbal, and I was like, "What the hell?"
That was it.
But then it would change views, and it was roughly where she was standing. I was like, "Oh, that's the live stream camera."
All makes sense. Some of them were good though. Like, we definitely watched a few events that ran pretty well, like on the live stream. It was just weird how it was so inconsistent with cutting in and cutting out. I assume it was to do with the viewers.
Yeah, I suppose if you've got more people viewing, then it will crash the network with it. I don't know.
Yep,
no idea.
That makes sense to me. But
numbers and I don't want to bore you guys.
I mean, maybe if they were running Samsungs, you'd probably would have been fine.
Shut up, bro. Apple or Samsung? What are you?
I got Apple.
Because you're normal.
Sheeple.
No, I just I think it's just because it's what everyone else has. It's not like I want to copy what everyone else has, but it's easier to send stuff and communicate with other people when they have the same device. But I will say I did have a Samsung, and I think I prefer the Samsung over the Apple stuff.
How about this? You did have a Samsung. You got an Apple, and then you podiumed it Down Under. I don't want to put those kind of things out there, but that's probably what.
He bought an Apple and then tore his meniscus.
Nah, he had a Samsung back then.
I did have a Samsung then, but then no, but I had the Apple when at Torium anyway, so doesn't make a difference.
Oh shit! I had something. It's gone.
Wasted it talking about phones.
No, I wanted to say I could definitely if the big dogs of Down Under are watching this, I'm gonna cancel our podcast. No, the live stream would be pretty expensive, I imagine. It's a big setup.
Oh, I have no idea what the setup is like for that, but yeah, I would imagine it's not easy.
Yeah.
Or else every comp would be live streaming it, right?
Exactly, man. Yeah.
To the quality of the Torium Pro, like someone who kind of knows cameras, the rigs that they're carrying around there, it's a bit of coin.
You see some crazy setups. I can't believe how much camera stuff costs.
Yeah, so I don't imagine
stuff like that.
Yeah, mental. Also that's Torium Down Under. If we look to the future,
this weekend,
probably your biggest comp to date is going to be backing up New Zealand champs, the returning champ. But
Yeah,
no,
and
all
for
jokes aside, yeah.
individual and teams as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got both the titles.
Yep. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, you won them both last year too.
Yeah, we did.
New
Yeah,
team,
2
though.
gold medals somewhere.
New team?
Um,
Same,
what's
but
that?
different? You got new members in the team this year, though, eh?
Yeah. So still me and Luke.
Yep.
But we've got Dean kind of sorted it, so I don't really know for a fact, but we do have Emily DeRoy and I think Gemma Huck, but I'm not 100% sure.
That's what
I knew we were supposed to have Danny Ford, but she's not doing it anymore, so either Mum's gonna have to jump in or we'll have Gemma. But
Tell you what,
yeah, I don't know.
I'd
tell Mum
love
to
to
bring
see
her
Linda.
shoes.
Just can you? I hope she doesn't see this before it goes out. But just tell her. Just like Gemma's pulled out. Like you got to jump in.
Well, yeah. We did that for nationals when they had the 6-person teams. We were very close to putting Mum in the team with us, and because it was me, Luke. Who was it? Me, Luke, Bailey, Marnie, and Madeline, and we needed a third girl, and we were like, shit. I was like, we might as well just chuck Mum in there. And we were so close to doing it. I kind of wish we did. I reckon it would have been so much fun.
That would have been epic, man. Linda up on the podium.
Fuck, you guys still would have done really, really well.
Yeah. Still a handy replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have had I think the only thing would have been like the worm. Yeah, I think the worm would, I don't know how Mum would have done with 100 clean and jerks with the worm, but
just 5 of you. She's
chuck
just
her in the
there.
middle.
She's
there as a coxswain.
Yeah. She would have got through.
Just chuck her in the middle and just keep the bag above her shoulder and she can just do the squats.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we'll just go straight over top.
All right. Did you see the worms at Nats this year? Those they had them all branded. It was pretty cool.
I saw them doing the lunges.
Oh, I didn't see any.
The Zurcher lunges, but I didn't see anything else.
Yeah, I just like the look of the worms. They just look cool with the
What do they look like?
Because he got them branded with finding the fittest, and it had all the blue straps.
Oh,
They just look
right.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're regular worms, but they have the branding on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shit, were they doing the Zurcher carry with lunges?
Yeah, and they were all cheating. Every time at the bottom, actually, I shouldn't say it. I don't want to call everyone out.
Nah, you were all fucking cheating.
No, whatever. I probably would have done it too, to be fair. But at the bottom of every lunge, they were like resting it on their knees and then re-grabbing it. So it's.
Oh, 100%.
I don't know.
On the year they had the Zurcher carry,
that was horrible.
Yeah, we did that one. That one was
bro.
fun.
When we rested, because we put it down a few times, we just chucked it forward a bit, eh? Like every time, bro.
Yeah, they're talking about that at Down Under for the lunges or something. They were like, yeah, when you if you have to break the lunges, you have to put it down where you are. Or no, I think they made you go back to the 10-meter one, so you couldn't just launch
it forward.
Yeah, fuck, I would have done that. Eh?
Oh, we did every time. I think we dropped it first normally, and then I looked at the boys. I was like, "Fuck, we could throw that."
You get some distance, with 6
bro. Bit of momentum. I reckon we could clear the finish line from halfway.
Bro, the amount of teams that.
No way. When you do like the sandbag carries, you always drop it like half a meter short, and it just kind of carries over.
Oh,
just a little bit nicer.
The amount of teams that didn't communicate that they were about to put it down though, and like there's still one member holding on, and they just go down with the worm.
Yeah. We had some of that. There's some good pictures there that some of the ones Brad was showing us were pretty funny.
Yeah.
Just from teams crossing the line and just all of them just dog piling on top of the worm.
Did you? I don't know if you watched it, but back when sanctionals were a thing, and I think the Filthy 150, it was when Justin Medeiros was just coming onto the scene. So the Filthy 150, that's in Ireland, and I think it was a sanctional before semifinals. So, but they had their final event was sandbag throws over your shoulder, so you had to clean it to your shoulder and then
throw it like behind.
Yeah, so you could get it to your shoulder and throw it. Have you tried that before? Tried doing that?
No, but I know what you're talking about because they had that on a Kill Taylor. It was like lunges and then like the throws.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of weird techniques to it.
Yeah, because the standard they had was your 2 feet can't move while you're throwing it, so you got to keep them stationary. Right. If you can move your feet, you can get a lot more distance out of it. But yeah, keeping your feet stationary,
really?
Yeah, it's a lot harder. I gave it a go. after that.
Random.
Yeah.
What weights were they throwing?
I think
Like
65,
150?
65 for males. I do kgs. I don't know what pounds would be. 65
Yeah,
kg for males, I think.
all of our sandbags have pounds on them for some reason.
Yeah. Have you got
But yeah,
Class of the gear?
65 is 150. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Class have all the pounds on it. Yeah.
Yeah, they have pounds on it.
Yeah, 65. Yeah, pretty nuts. We did a in-house comp at our gym once, and we had that for the final event, and we had to change the rules halfway through because
Oh, really? Oh, you
no one could
nervous?
do it. I was like, oh fuck, we fucked up here. Yeah.
I
Anyway,
hate when that happens.
yeah.
That was me when I programmed for cluster twos. I
Mm.
didn't have to change lots of stuff, but I was because obviously you have to stick to like a tight time schedule.
Mm.
And I was like, oh fuck, I was like, no one's gonna get this done. And it was like 2 workouts, maybe even 3 in a row. No one got them done.
Mm.
And I was like, oh man. I was like, I messed up big time. And a lot of them were just taking souls that
Yeah.
weekend, just over programmed a wee bit, but
Yeah.
still good.
Oh, Ben's got us doing 6 AMRAPs this weekend. How good?
Yeah, right.
What's that?
Doing AMRAPs instead of 4 time. Just yeah. Oh, that fucking happens, man. That happened a lot when I first opened the gym, like with class workouts.
Do you program the class stuff?
Yeah. I've gotten a lot better at it now, but when I first did it, man, like I reckon once a week, I was like, fuck that one up. Sometimes I do it the complete other way, like 20-minute cap,
Yes.
and they're getting it done in 10 minutes. I'm like, oh fuck, you know?
Yeah. So you just got to learn the members, I think. Like that for us is the biggest thing. Like I think our programming's so good for our gym because we know our members, and we know the space that we have. So you're always trying to cater. You know, you have members in mind where you go, oh yeah, this is RX. You know, these are the type of members who are RXing. These are the type of members who are intermediate. And you kind of learn where everyone's at, and you can base it from there.
Yeah.
Now we still mess it up sometimes. Just like miscalculate how long something's going to take, but it's fun. You know, they still get a good workout in.
Yeah, I mean, no one's, well, everyone whinges, but you can always chuck in a quick 800-meter run at the end or something if you haven't done running that week yet. You're like, not overload them too much.
Yeah, sometimes we'll encourage people to go heavier.
That's
but the intent is everything as well. And that's where it comes down to the coaches and, you know, having good coaches. Thankfully for us, our coaches are great at explaining what they have to do in the workout. So say it's like 21 clean and jerks, the RX weight is, I don't know, 80. For most members, that's relatively heavy. You know, a lot of members can do it 100%, but they'd be doing singles, and we'd be like, oh no, guys, like the intent is to go, you know, faster through this bit and try and explain what they need to do with the barbell, or cool. You know, what we're kind of looking for. And I think that definitely helps with the programming as well. Like it's not just taken at face value and then kind of interpreted however the athlete wants to.
Yeah, that's cool. That's real good. I rate that a lot. All right, just before, because I know we're nearly the hour mark. How cool.
Yeah.
I did want to go over the actual big one. You got Dubai. You qualified for that 24th out of 28.
Yeah,
supposed
I got
to be 30, but they pulled the rug
on the thrusters.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. I was watching the leader. I was like, oh my god, I'm not going to qualify. And I was considering redoing the thrusters because I was like, it's only a 3-minute workout. I was like, yeah, I think I went pretty fast. Could possibly push the burpees a little bit earlier, but I was like, nah, I'll be fine. You know, it's good enough, sort of thing. Like, you know, it wasn't like I definitely didn't take it easy. Like, fuck, I think I felt sick after that for like a couple of days. Just like, you know, I felt like I had a cold. But, you know, in a workout that's 3 minutes, if you're like, oh yeah, I reckon I can go 5 seconds quicker, that would have made all the difference. Yeah, I got rolled on that one. Everything else was fine though.
Yeah. Well, you still qualified, and that's
yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah. Dubai just looks so fun. They do such good events, like what they climbed the Burj Khalifa.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, that looked pretty miserable. Do you remember have you seen the video when Matt Fraser and stuff were doing when they tested it?
No, I haven't seen that. No. Have you?
Oh, I've seen. Yeah,
Matt looked sick.
Oh, really?
It's a good video. I really enjoyed watching it. But like they did the event, you know, just to get a time frame. Sort of. Yeah, man, they looked actually ill after running up there. and it's like you're in that stairwell the whole time as well. It's not like you don't get the view, you don't get to see the city. You're just trapped.
Yeah.
Same circle the whole way. Just
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy, man.
It does look
it's cool to say you've done it, but
yeah.
shit, while you're doing it, it's not that cool.
Yeah, it'd be bloody horrible, but it'd be cool because I think they did say at the start or the end of the video, it's like this group of people is potentially the only group of people who will ever do this. But even they were saying like no one's gonna beat the Prince's time, but they all like smoked the Prince's time.
They all got in trouble afterwards, I bet.
Yeah, get out.
Oh.
I think the Prince did it. He did the whole thing in like what 55 minutes.
That's cool. It's cool that they do it though.
Yeah,
it's like getting the keys to the city, man. Like you get to do some cool stuff, eh?
Yeah.
Even the miserable as, but like you said, it's after the fact. You're like, man, I did that. The desert run they did, like that. I mean, that cannot be fun while you're doing it, but afterwards you're like,
Aura with their and bare feet running along the sand. Like, oh,
it's crazy, man.
But,
I think outside of the games, that's probably the one comp. You know, like when I was younger, I just watched all the CrossFit stuff, all the documentaries. I think that was outside of the games, the comp that was the comp that I wanted to do. I was like, man, imagine going to Dubai to compete in CrossFit. I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. Have you been to Dubai?
No, I've been to stayed the night in Abu Dhabi on the way back from Spain last year, but you know, it was dark when we got there. It was dark when we left, so didn't see much. But no, I've never spent any time there.
I was gonna say you could probably see the Burj from Abu Dhabi, but
it's quite big, eh?
Yeah, I wonder what the. I don't know. I don't want to say anything. I'll get ripped to shoes. I have no idea how far away it is or anything. So.
Oh, I just because we went to Dubai while we were working in England, and we looked at going to Abu Dhabi because we just wanted to go to Ferrari World. For while we were.
Oh, they got the F1 on while we're there.
Oh no! Shit.
True.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's one of the events, bro. You got to be the pit crew.
Yeah, no, imagine that. Yeah, I'll be like,
You got to hold the car up, bro.
Yeah, no, every athlete's there.
You got to make the noise. You'll have to link up with Jamie Simmons and them over there because don't they close CrossFit Yas when the Formula One's on because it goes right past the gym?
Yeah, that's what I thought they said.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna message because Jack Lake is there, Mike McCarra is there. I definitely want to message him because I'd love to meet up with them at some point.
Yeah.
Whether I do it before, I don't really know what I'm doing dates wise. So
make a bit of a holiday out of it, surely.
Well, we're going to Spain after.
Oh,
so we're going to go spend Christmas with Anastasia's family. So
that's cool.
It kind of works out well. We're halfway there already. So
yeah.
But I think we'll leave basically straight after the comp. We might have a day there. I'm not sure. And then we're off to Spain to hang out with them. So
yeah.
Sounds terrible, man.
Don't.
Well, normally it's I mean, not that it's not going to be great, but normally we get to skip winter here and we'll go over there when it's summer. Whereas now we've got it in reverse. It's going to be freezing over there.
Whereabouts in Spain are they? Because some places get pretty cold, eh?
Mallorca?
They're in Mallorca. I don't think Mallorca gets too cold.
It's fairly Mediterranean, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it gets down like mid-15s, mid-teens, something like that.
I mean, coming from Christchurch, that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's probably going to be warmer, honestly. Although it was colder in Wollongong than what it was in Christchurch, which was a shock.
Holy shit, really?
Yep, it was super windy there. It was stormy. We had a few really good days, but for the most part, it's been warmer here in Christchurch.
Unheard of, man.
Unheard of.
Global warming. Shit.
Yeah, only in Christchurch.
Yeah. Have you been practicing like I remember Dubai came up with like the A squats. I know they didn't come up with them, but they put in the A squats, supinated chest to bars, the deck squats.
Supinated.
I do a lot of supinated chest to bars and like chest to bars. Like Kundo loves them, and man, they are so difficult because it's like that last part of the pull up is the hardest bit, and then you've got to go even further.
Chest,
to get to the chest. I haven't been doing a lot of weird stuff. Because what did they did a lot of weird stuff in that one event. that they had.
There was the supinated chest bars, the A squats, which were on a beam. You squat down and you jump back up. The deck squats, we still do those quite a bit at our gym. I rate them. They're
like as a scale for pistols and
No,
stuff.
we'll literally put them in as a workout because it gives you like a lot of spine flexion, whereas a lot of people shy away from that. And it's a fairly controlled weight, I reckon. So
what's the movement again? Sorry.
So like you holding a kettlebell, standing up, you squat down, sit on the ground, you roll back, touch the kettlebell behind your head, and then a sit up to stand up.
Yeah, sorry, I thought they did them with like pistols because we'll do those a little bit. You know, we used to do them all the time actually for like a scale for a pistol.
Right.
So you go down in a pistol squat, and then you roll back, and then you come back forward, stand up on the same leg, and it just kind of is easier to balance. And you know, you're not crashing into the bottom so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I do got to start doing that.
Maybe, man. They did them at Metcon one year. Yeah. Oh,
I'll practice them so I can do them.
God, I hope they come up now, and then I'll just be like, I fucking told you.
Yeah, no, yeah. I have to get you in next season, getting me doing the weird shit.
Yeah. Facundo, step aside, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it from him. I'm just kidding, Facundo.
Weird, I got to pull back.
Oh, man. I'd love to get Facundo on here, actually. We should get him on here.
He's so busy, but man, I reckon get him on. He doesn't stop talking, though. I feel like he's...
perfect.
Some days, similar to me, just endless chats. Like, he'll call me, but it's like, Ben, I gotta, talk to you about this thing. Can I call you real quick? And then we'll sit there for like 30, 40 minutes chatting about whatever. Probably not even CrossFit, but he's great person to have on. Definitely, I'd reach out to him 100%.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll clip this bit and we'll send it to him. Balls in your court, Facundo.
As long as he says nice things about me. It's got to be controlled.
We will get all the dirt.
I'll look over the script first, whether I approve it or not.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to ask your permission. Alrighty, have you got anything else that you want to add?
No, sir.
Man, just over an hour. How good, man? How good?
It's a good chat. We're not asking you for a workout.
We'll catch up again after next year before Torian.
Yeah, we'll make it a yearly thing.
Or even at Torian, you can come hang out with us, and hopefully Timmy's not in crutches again.
Yeah. Well, we'll get a
That's what I wanted to ask. Right. What were me and Timmy arguing about on that clip? We couldn't figure it out.
He asked you where his jersey was.
Okay, it was what we thought. Yeah, he was asking me where something was, and then it wasn't where he thought it was. Yeah, no, I remember now.
And he's like, it was in the bag. And you're like, no, it's not. He's like, that's where I got it from.
Some of the funniest moments we had over there. Like, I remember we went out for breakfast and you were trying to defend your coffee choice. And such a funny...
I still get ripped out for that from everyone at the gym. It's so stupid. We go out for coffee after the Saturday class, like a big group of us. And everyone will get whatever the hell. Actually, Timmy's taken all the heat now. So I get my Piccolo. Yeah, they're like, man, it's a small coffee, and they laugh at me. But Timmy gets the stupid iced chocolate thing with all this cocoa on top, all this whipped cream, and a chocolate fish. And I'm like, yeah. So he gets all the heat now for that.
Fuck you, Timmy. I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, man, that sounds delicious.
Yeah. And Timmy's he's blowing up now, literally. Too much iced chocolates.
Oh, well, he'll be back on that gain train. No doubt.
Hopefully he makes Toria next year. I'm gunning for him, so I'll have to drag him into the gym with me, to be honest.
Is he thinking team or indie?
Indie, hopefully.
Yeah? Fuck yeah.
Yep, so today's his last exam. I think after today, I'll try and get him to train with me as much as possible. Either me or Luke, just so he's in the gym.
Yeah.
Oh, you can
stuff, so.
You can get in on the indie brothers, because there was the Crouches and the Martins this year.
So. Well, they haven't had 3 brothers except for the Smiths, right?
Yeah, so you could be you, Luke, and Timmy.
Yep. Yeah, that'd be wild. Yeah. Hopefully that's the goal at least, and then Mum's gonna make a run at Masters, so
good.
I reckon she'd clean up. Yeah, she's been training with me a bit.
That's good.
Reluctant to scale. We did this workout the other day that was like 100 of stuff. It was like ski cows. I was like, man, maybe you should do some less cows just so we're similar time. She's like, nah, It's like, I like a long workout anyway. And she just goes for it, just
What a
sends it
legend.
the whole time. So
Is she doing masters at NZ Champs?
no, they're coming up though. We lent them the gear and stuff from our container, so I think we're gonna help pack away and stuff again.
Nice, man. And they've got their hands full. Is it the Southern Crown? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, they're running some comps down here, which is awesome. Be nice to not travel a little bit. So they've got Southern Crown 2s coming up in, I believe it's February, which will be awesome. I think I'm going with Timmy again for that. We won it last year. Luke was with Sam, but I think Luke's going to go with Reese from our gym.
Yeah.
They won't have a hope in hell, but at least they'll be there, giving it their best. Hopefully for them, there's some participation medals or whatever. But
Ben's just getting their participation medals engraved already.
Make them up.
Reese and Luke.
So who's your participation medals? Oh man,
yeah.
I want to come down for it. I want to come down from it. It's a lot of travel, but like you say that, but fuck, for the longest time, it's always been competitions up here, and everyone from the South Island's had to travel. So
we'll talk to Mum and Pete about it anyway, and they'll, hopefully they'll fly you guys down if you're going to do like media or whatever.
Well, we're already crashing at your guys' house anyway, so.
Oh, true. Oh, you'll be next to me.
Yeah, sweet ass.
We got a whole. I joke because Anastasia's got so much stuff, and when she moved in here, there's just no room in the wardrobe. So now it's all in what will be your room.
Yeah.
So like, the guests always stay in Anastasia's wardrobe because that's all it's used for until we get guests in.
Oh, that's funny, man. Oh, too good. Anyway, we used to do when we signed these shows off. It was get a workout from you guys.
But yours was fucking horrible.
Bro, yours was one of the last ones. That
I got another good one if you want to do it.
Well, we're not gonna look. You can say it out loud, but we're not. We've given that shit up.
Can I do like a recommendation? It won't be official.
Okay.
Recommendation.
Here we fucking go.
It's just one I did last week, so all credit to Facundo. Maybe you'll get him on and you can complain to him a little bit, but
okay.
It is 8 sets. It is a minute 30 work, a minute rest.
Another one of these.
So it's 19 minutes total of 15 cal eco bike, 12 for ladies, and then max burpee dumbbell box step over with 222s, 215s for ladies.
What's the height of the box? What's the height of the box? Is it normal?
24 inches.
Oh fuck.
20 for ladies.
You step ladder to get up there.
Burpee, bumbbell.
Yeah, so you do burpee, pick up the dumbbell, step over the box.
That's one rep. And then time. Oh.
Yeah, then you rest a minute and you do it again 7 more times.
And there's no, once you hit 70 reps, you're done.
No.
Are you getting a 70?
Yeah, I don't think you
Are you getting a 70, brother? Big call.
You should video it.
If you get to 70, you can stop, bro. There you go.
Yeah, that's what, sometimes I get workouts that are that bad that I have to give them to Mum. Mum's always the first one I give the workouts to. And then we got other members who, if they're in there before the class, I'm like, oh, I got a real fun one for you. And I'll just give them shit like that. And they love it.
How many reps did you get on that one?
I think I got, off the top of my head, I was averaging 8 each round.
Oh, yeah.
8,
so,
8
like,
is
not,
64.
it's a long rep. Like, each rep takes ages.
So not 70.
Nah, not quite. But I reckon you could get it. I'll be rooting for you.
What if we did it as a pair workout, round for round?
Accumulated.
We add the reps.
You could, but no rest. So you have to go
minute
one
30
person,
on, minute 30 off.
other yeah, so you get extra 30 rest.
Oof.
Yeah, I reckon you could do that. You could do it for I always say for a Saturday workout. Just because we always do pairs. Maybe we'll do that.
Well, you know how they did the like Taylor versus the world or whatever that thing
Yeah,
they
the
did.
Kill Taylor stuff.
Yeah, like we should do that versus Ben because he's been because the last one you gave us, that one from Madrid.
Oh yeah.
Man,
good.
I nearly lost members from the gym because I would put that as a class workout. And what the fuck was that, bro? People with empty barbells were like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah, we get some of them as well. Members don't leave. I think they're like happy after, but like immediately when they finish, they're like, "Holy shit!" Like just you know, you don't think they're ever coming back, but
it's like
they always do.
after round one, you can see them like looking around the room, like trying to get confirmation. Like, was that as hard as? Am I the only one?
Did you write the rep count correct?
One of my favorite competing moments was the first ever touring I did. Me and Luke did together. We were literally next to each other, or maybe there was one person in between. It was that ski box jump over sled pull one.
Yeah.
And it was the intervals of that, and there was rest in between. My favorite moment is after the first round. I was like, holy fuck. I'm like, I don't think mine moved at all. I look over to Luke. I look at Luke's sled. His didn't move either. We look at each other. We were like, oh, fuck. we got like 5 more rounds of this.
That's fucking gold, man.
Yeah. It just like with the rest, you had that time to look at how much you were sucking and be like, oh my God. And I have to like act like I'm trying to pull this thing for 4 more rounds, even though it's not moving.
Were you in Calm Porter's heat at all?
I was for a bit of it, but
yeah, because in that one he nearly got it done in one, didn't he?
He died in the house after
he
one.
Died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some people just. I mean, I'm assuming I just had the worst technique ever, but some people moved it really well. Some people.
Where were you on the floor?
Oh, here we go.
I was like pretty much in the middle.
CrossFit conspiracy.
No, because remember Khan was on the outside, and he was saying that the ones in the middle were flying. So, but he just said he's in the middle.
Fuck, nah. What? God, he obviously wasn't watching me. I'm pretty sure it was Dean. Dean's mats all rolled up. One of the mats got caught and it just started dragging the mats. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And in classic Dean fashion, he would have just kept pulling.
Yeah, he was. He kept fucking dragging the mats.
He is a fucking.
And I was like, man, in hindsight, I wish that happened to me because then I would have had an excuse. But, yeah, I was less fortunate. I just sucked.
Yeah, man, Dean, the Kiwi Jason Statham, Dean Flood.
I like that.
Yeah, well, I've been thinking about it.
You have to tell him that on Thursday.
I will. I can't wait to see that guy. I can't wait to see you guys, man.
Down now, actually.
Yeah, he's gonna be a dad soon. Twins on the way. Congrats, Dean and Jess. Oh, good.
That'd be crazy.
Rightio.
Can't imagine Dean as a dad.
I can't either, eh?
Looked after me real good before touring, so.
Oh, he's a great guy.
Us too.
We'll see.
So
yeah, true. You guys stole my bedroom.
Yeah, that's right. Every night I did a quick snake check. Like every night, because we were ground level, I was like,
true.
I panic about snakes in that country.
I've only seen one snake like in the wild while I was there, and it was at Cluster Falls. It was like right outside our like where we were staying, because we were staying at the venue.
Yeah.
It was like a little tiny snake just on the ground, but yeah, I haven't seen any others.
It's the tiny ones that kill you, Ben.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't pat it or anything.
It's good. It would have been weird.
Anything stupid.
All the locals are like, look at this dickhead from Christchurch.
Just trying to feed it.
Oh. Anyway, we're dragging out this outro, I'll tell you what. But we normally get the previous guest to ask the next guest a question. However, Emily DeRoy, I forgot to get a question off of her. So it's not looking good. However,
I've got a backup one.
Yeah, Beef's always got a backup one. So Beef's going to fire you a question, and then we'll get a question off you.
Again,
do I get to know who I'm asking?
Nah. Because we don't know either.
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
Not just yet, anyway.
And again, these questions can be anything, so this is just very off the cuff. If I came to you holding a box full of absolutely everything you've ever lost, what would you look for first?
Probably Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
I think they're worth a lot of money. We used to have just massive crates of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, or they were like lunch boxes, but we had like loads of them just full of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. There was definitely some expensive ones in there.
True.
Oh, it's crazy. That and Pokemon.
No, we didn't do Pokemon. We were just full Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
We were only allowed to play them on certain days though, because apparently we argued too much. So Mum locked them in a room and say, "No," she's like, "You're only playing with them on Saturday or whatever day it was."
Yeah.
They got to be in pretty good nick though for some money. And I think if
They
they're in
do,
my
yeah.
box.
Yeah, well, let's just assume they're in mint condition.
Okay.
Just for
Oh,
my
that's good.
benefit.
He went straight for the investment. Look at that.
What would be in your box, bro?
Me, well, it's kind of unfair. I've had a chance to think about it. I when I was young fella, I did kapahaka and I actually made the cover of a magazine.
Oh, nice.
And I was wearing a taonga that was carved by my koro.
Nice. Yeah.
That after that competition went missing, and I
Oh,
don't know.
man. Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So
Yourself?
you always lose necklaces and stuff. We always rack up a few at the gym.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Just-
crazy the amount of.
And like people don't claim them for like a week. I'm like, how do they not know? You know, 'cause, like we leave them at the front or like inside the gym on the desk. Like it's not like you just wouldn't know. But
Yeah. Yeah, we
Yeah, I
got
don't
heaps of lots probably. Like
It's
a,
strange,
a
yeah.
jersey will get left there. I'm like, I swear, I'll put that on the desk. And then a week later, I'm like, well, everyone who was at that class has been here since.
yeah,
And that's
I-
still there. I'm
that
like, do you
makes
not
sense,
like
yeah.
your stuff? Like,
yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're exactly the same. It's good to know we're not the only ones.
I'd probably go, just classic football shirts of like popular, like, you know.
You
R9.
lost them?
Retro
You
shirts.
lost them?
Oh, is it stuff that you've actually lost?
Yeah. It's
It was a
box.
random box. Man, I wasn't
No,
listening
you
to the
could
question at all.
make stuff up, or else you could just get like.
Oh, just $8 million.
Probably my Lamborghini.
Ain't no fantasy.
Oh man, shit that I've lost. I don't know, my will to live.
Sid Salad's box.
Oh, it's just,
If
it's
anyone's
just
found
here.
that out there, please return it to me. I don't know. I don't think I've lost anything that cool. Yeah, I've never had cool stuff.
Surely something.
I don't know. I don't know.
Mm.
What have I lost?
I don't know. Usually you got to think about it. Ben was real fast.
Fuck,
Yeah,
he's
well, I
been
know
thinking
what
about
I
it every day.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking
It's
mad.
only the 5th time I've thought about it today.
Man, if I still had those cards.
Be fucking
I have
rich.
one as my bookmark, a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Oh, nice.
And I was talking to Sam the other day. I was like, oh, yeah, he wanted to see the book I was reading. And he sees my Yu-Gi-Oh card. He's like, no way. And he has exactly the same thing.
Nice.
Yu-Gi-Oh
Which
card
card?
as the bookmark.
Here we go. I'm gonna guess it's a Dark Magician.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Nah, he's not. He's not
It
got blue.
is.
He's not
Blue
got blue
eyes.
eyes. It can't be blue eyes. What is it?
It's
Oh! I said Dark Magician. Didn't realize it
Look
was
at
that.
that. Mint
Oh.
condition as well.
Nice. Nice. I'll tell you what, I've thought of it. I had, when I was younger, growing up in England, I had a Red Devils little teddy, and I just fucking loved it, man, because I love Man United. And I say lost it. I know my mum gave it to a charity shop. I fucking know. That's,
Yeah,
but
you go raid them.
but I would love to have that little guy back.
I'm fucking getting rid of this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Filthy.
I got teddies I still had when I was little.
Yeah.
I just keep them now. They used to sleep in my bed, but
Mm.
you know, then I got a girlfriend, and I was like, probably time to get rid of them. So now they just sit on the
Yeah.
cabinet somewhere.
Get rid of the girlfriend.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah, so,
I'm not moving my titties. All right, let's end it there. An hour and 18 minutes. Mr. Ben Fowler, thank you so much for sitting down, taking some time out of
amazing.
your day.
Thanks, you guys.
Easy. We'll see you this weekend
Cheers.
anyway.
Yeah, for sure. See you at NZ Champs.